One major critique that I have about Donald Trump is that man is a terrible messenger. So I'm going to hopefully clear up some misconceptions about his approach to immigration, because he always says like the big scary part, but he never says the actual good part that people would relate to. And don't ask me why, it must be a Gemini thing, okay? Because for being ruled by Mercury, they are terrible at getting their messages out. So let me start off by saying that Donald Trump is not this big scary racist man that just wants the entire Latino community out of America. That it could be farther from the truth. And for some reason, you always hear about how he's going to get people out of the country, but he never speaks about how he plans on getting them back in. When Joe Biden was president, he created the app where people could go on and apply for asylum as they were coming into the country. Donald Trump repurposed this app as a self-deporting app. And if you use this app and do self-deport yourself, you will be the first in line to get citizenship. So yes, Donald Trump drew a hard line and said that if you came here illegally, you need to self-deport. But he also said if you do choose to self-deport, that you will be on a fast track to becoming a U.S. citizen. And last month, I don't know why this didn't get any traction, but he actually introduced an idea where he will offer legal status to illegal immigrants that work in the agricultural industry and in the hospitality industry. And let me just say, I don't want to see one single Democrat in my comments talking about, well, he just wants cheap labor, that's why he's doing that. Because that's what you guys were arguing on why they should stay in the country, because they provide services. So if they provide valid services, they will be on a fast track to get legal status. And all you have to do to qualify that is have your employer vouch on your behalf, which I'm sure most employers would do. So this is just my suggestion to President Trump. Like, you need to start saying the nicer parts of your plan and not just the big scary parts of your plan, because you're freaking everybody out. Like, don't get me wrong, I understand that after years and years and years of no accountability in government, like, he does need to come in with this type of tough love approach, but like, it's okay to give in to the niceties every now and then. Because I think if a lot more people would just look beyond what they are seeing, what is being thrown in their face every day about Donald Trump, I think they would probably realize, like, he's actually kind of a nice guy. He just doesn't know how to message himself well.
Tell me another way to say I love the whole deportation without saying I love how people are getting deported. You know, when I told you that most of these people are the reason why their people are getting deported and they are excited about it, this is just one of those examples. Because you can't tell me that you came on the internet to tell everyone this when everybody is talking about how people are getting deported on a daily, and the only thing you can say is just what you that came out from her mouth right now. Tell me you are joking without saying you are joking. Like, oh my god. Anyway, guys, welcome back again to my channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So I'm going to let these videos roll, right? I've gathered some videos for you guys. I'll let them roll, then I'll come back with my commentary. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Let's have that conversation. Please consider subscribing if you have not already, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Okay, yeah, drop your thoughts, and also give this video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. Credit to all creators on this video. So let's go watch, then I'll come back with the commentary.
As an immigrant myself, one who followed the legal process, I find it deeply concerning that this whole conversation about deportation has been reduced to some emotional absolutism. Like the idea that if you support immigration law enforcement, you are automatically a racist is just so dangerously divisive. I want to share something that happened to me today. I was kicked out, like banned forever, from a moms group that I have been actively participating for the last 3 years. It's a Latina moms group where I've met people, I've shared my backyard, I've shared my stories, my kids' time. I was an active member of this community. And now, all of a sudden, I am the racist one. I am the hater. And it's just so sad. And what I shared in the group was just saying that it is intellectually dumb and stupid to reduce this topic to like, oh yeah, if you don't support this, you're a racist. If you support that, you are a superhero. When you say no one is illegal on stolen land, it may sound really powerful, may sound like, you know, you're doing something for your people and all of that, but it ignores reality and history. And we cannot do that. If you go by that logic, no country would be able to have laws, would be able to have their sovereignty. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Historical injustices have existed throughout the world, even in the nations that immigrants are coming from. The U.S. has every right in the world to enforce its immigration laws, just like any other country does, and nobody says anything about that. And it's not racist. It's reality, it's law and order. Legal immigrants like myself have sacrificed time, money, and the uncertainty for many years. of being here, like not knowing if your process is going to be approved, when are you going to be eligible to apply for citizenship, and all of these things. In my path to citizenship, I had many opportunities to just drop it all and stay here legally. I was already here, but I never did that. You know why? Because I knew that I couldn't break the laws of the country that I wanted to build a life in. So dismissing this process, this effort, calling for open borders in the name of compassion is very disrespectful with people that actually followed the law. And back to the group that I was kicked out of, it's so funny because those Latina moms always spread the word of diversity, but every single time they had the opportunity to actually show that they supported diversity, they silenced others, just like they did with me today. They don't want inclusion. They want ideological conformity.
You know what cracks me up about these Latinos for Trump is they really think that ICE and Trump and everyone else gives a about what they do or don't support. Baby, they do not care. If your skin is a certain color, if your name sounds a certain way, if your accent sounds a certain way, if you look a certain way, they are targeting you. I just saw a video of a guy talking about how he got pulled over. They asked for his driver's license. They tried to run his driver's license. He had a Hispanic last name. He was a white looking dude, but he had a Hispanic last name. And the police officers were trying to run his license and they couldn't find him in the system. So they asked for his social security number. And so he gave it to them. He's like, that's kind of weird. That's never happened before. Like when I get pulled over, they go to run his social security, can't find it. And then the police officer straight up says, you have ICE to blame for this. They went ahead and deleted my man out of the system. And you know what they didn't care about? If he was for or against, et cetera, et cetera. They cared that his last name was a certain way.
I don't care if I get canceled for saying this, but I am so tired of watching videos of grown adults sobbing into their front-facing cameras because Trump is president again. Like, girl, touch some grass. You are not in danger. He is not starting World War III. He's leading from a position of strength. You're upset because for once, the adults are back in charge and your identity crisis isn't considered newsworthy anymore. Trump winning again doesn't mean that you're oppressed. It means that we're done pretending that social media activism equals expertise. I mean, you screamed for 4 years that democracy was dying, and now that voters spoke up and voted for change, you're still mad because Trump's actually utilizing ICE and enforcing our immigration laws, you know, the ones that exist for a reason, while Biden spent 4 years turning our border into a suggestion and deploying the pronoun police instead of actual law enforcement. Trump's out here protecting our sovereignty, defending American workers, and calling out global freeloaders. Biden sent billions to countries that hate us, armed our enemies, and then begged foreign governments for oil while lecturing Americans for driving SUVs. One puts America first, and the other puts us last and calls it progress. So while they're busy melting down on the internet, we are over here actually winning. And it feels like America's back. It feels like we're allowed to be proud of our country again. We've got a president who doesn't bow to the woke mob, doesn't apologize for our flag, and doesn't pretend that the entire world is a safe space. He walks into the room and reminds everyone who the superpower is. And for those of us who actually love this country, that is a breath of fresh air. We're not hiding anymore. We're standing tall. We're waving our flags and daring anyone to try and shame us for it. I'm just so sick and tired of watching liberals set up their ring lights and tripods just to live stream their latest cry session. Someone get these people a pacifier, or better yet, a job.
I'm going to borrow Justin Bieber's viral phrase. You're not getting it. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, because that's how I feel when I talk about my president, Donald J. Trump, our president, standing on business in everything he does. But Democrats with TDS, you're just not getting it. It's not clocking to you. I can't believe that Justin Bieber, of all people, has an amazing quote. I mean, he went viral for that video with the paparazzi. And say whatever you want about Justin Bieber, but I'm using that line. Thanks, Justin, right? It's not clocking to you guys. He's standing on business, and you just don't get it, do you? You don't get it. He's a father. He's our president. He's a leader of the MAGA movement. But Democrats and loony leftists, you're just not getting it. It's not clocking yet because you don't understand what standing on business is. Justin Bieber also says, I'm not the one. I'm not the one. So yes, Donald Trump, our president, he's not the one. Don't mess with our leader. Don't mess with him. This is not Sleepy Biden times. This is not Coconut Tree Kamala. Ha ha ha. This is the one of the greatest presidents in this history's Donald Trump. So don't mess with him. He's standing on business. He doesn't care if you're Iran. He doesn't care if you're in the sidewalk. He doesn't care if your left is loony. He's going to stand on business because that's what our president does best. He's a goat of goats. Here are my Trump PJs from the TikTok shop. Haters going to hate. And honestly, one of the greatest presidents probably in the entire world, not just the history of the United States, of the entire world. No one has ever stood up for the people, elected by the people, like Donald John Trump has done for this country. So cheers to Justin Bieber, because I'm going to be using that more than once. It's not clocking to you, Democrats, that we don't care. We don't care what you say, Democrats. It's not clocking to you that we're standing on business, is it? And don't mess with the president because he's not the one. Bye.
So these are equally Latinas who are calling a Democrat for, not liking TP and all. They are calling everyone out okay, and say how he's standing on business and how people don't like his policies and all that. The lady who started said something about how immigration, he is only talking bad things about the immigration, making the thing look harsh and not seeing the good parts of deporting people and all that, and how people who, kind of self deport themselves can actually come back to the country and be on a fast track to get citizenship. I'm just hearing that for the first time. But if you've heard that before, let me know in the comment section. Yes, I know about self-deporting and getting 1,000. I've heard that. I've seen a lot of creators make that video, right? But you guys, I don't know how these people just tend to defend themselves and just try to defend everything that is happening. When people were talking about the WW3 and how this whole thing might just skyrocket and that might be WW3 and all that. And now they are saying that people are just fear mongering that nothing like that is about to happen and he knows exactly what he's doing and his policies are best and all that. Why we don't dispute that? Because everybody, we always say, there's a saying in my country where in my country, we have a tribe where I'm from, and they usually say something about how nobody, I'll just interpret it in English. He talks about how nobody will say that the mother's food is not sweet. Do you understand? Yeah. So they are actually saying that none of them will actually come out to say that, the person they supported is not good, except for people who actually currently have regrets, which we see online. A lot of them are already coming out to really talk about their regrets and how they wish they knew better and how they would have done better and all that. But what is done for the next 4 years. So if you voted for him, you might wait for the next 4 years for you to correct whatever thing you have done, right? But apart from that, these guys are not coming out to really talk about how he has everybody's best interest at heart and all that. So, with all this deportation that is happening, are you really expecting Latinos to come out and talk the way they are talking right now? Are they not supposed to really speak up for their own people? When I talk about these people calling out their own celebrities instead of calling on Black people and how they should support them and how if they don't support them, they are going to retaliate. And yeah, whenever they have issues, they're going to retaliate during the Black Lives Matter and all that, how they came out to protest and all that. And now is their turn, nobody's talking. Well, this is it. You should start from your community because that's where the problem is. The community is where the problem is. These guys knew that you guys are going through stuff, but none of them is speaking about it. Every one of them is happy that you guys are getting deported. These are the same guys who voted against your own interests, right? They voted for against your interests, forgetting that you guys are in the same community. So instead of Latinos coming out to really call on other communities for help and all that, they should start with their community, people in their community for help, because those people are the major reason why they are where they are right now. Those people are the reason why they are going through all the tough time, all the tough things right now. These guys are the major reason, because you cannot start from outside to to treat something that happened inside. So you should start from inside. Charity begins at home. So begin from the inside, then you can go outside and start soliciting for help. But while you're still there, you cannot be calling other communities for help, right? These whole people actually voted against their interests, forgetting that their community members might just be the ones who will go through this tough time. And now they are coming out to say, oh, what he did is good, what he's doing is good, he has better policies, he has better plans, he's standing on business, people are not happy that I'm supporting him. You guys, you can support whoever you want. I don't think anybody have problem with it. But when your support actually affect other people, trust me, they will have to speak up, right? And that's what everyone on the internet is doing, right? So you cannot bring up an issue outside and expect people not to talk. Definitely, they're going to say a word, right? Or two. Well, guys, I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you think in the comment section, okay, about today's video. And please consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, okay? And also drop your thoughts. Very, very important. Drop your thoughts in the comment. Let's have that conversation. Give the video a thumbs up. I look forward to seeing you all on my next video. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. See you next time. Bye, guys.